All right, the price of eggs is still on the rise. The Department of Agriculture has blamed soaring prices on bird flu and is rolling out a plan of action to try and get prices down. Now, some businesses are taking matters into their own hands, including local bodegas selling eggs not by the dozen, but in singles. Yes, come up and get your own single egg. Our very own chief data analyst, Harry Enten, saw it himself. Harry, okay, first of all, tell me what you saw there. You said you saw it yourself, but also, I mean, how are people feeling about eggs? What are the prices of eggs looking like? Just bring me into the egg world.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you into the egg world. You know, I went up to the Bronx, which is actually where I'm from. And it was so weird because the bodega that we went to was just a few blocks from where my father worked, and so I had this real feeling of nostalgia. But egg prices are out of control, okay, Omar? They're out of control. What are we talking about? I mean, in January, the price for a dozen eggs reached a record high. We're talking like $4.95 per dozen eggs, and prices are only expected to rise this year even further. We're talking about more north of a 40% rise after about a 96% rise from last year to this year. And of course, eggs are such a staple of the American diet. That is what's so important to keep in mind on, right? You know, we talk about ways that people might feel the economy. You know, we talk about the stock market, but you know, only about 60% of Americans own stock. We're talking about 80% of Americans who eat eggs weekly, at least once a week, and then even more will eat it more occasionally than that. That's a real way that people can feel the pain of this economy right now. And so folks are trying to find a way to afford eggs, and so it was very interesting. I went up to this bodega in the Bronx to see how folks are dealing with it. I have a little thing that I think I can throw to right now.
In the Bronx, the borough where I grew up, we headed to Pamela's Green Deli, where the price of eggs is a red-hot topic.
Now it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's horrible.
What are you thinking about egg prices these days?
They're too expensive. I haven't eaten eggs in about a month.
Okay, that's incredible. Did you used to eat a lot of eggs?
Every day. My children too, not anymore.
You know, it's crazy that we can't afford eggs. It's a good thing that the owner's doing, though. He's selling eggs loose so that the community have access to them.
Selling eggs loose, 3 at a time, instead of a dozen.
So I heard you're doing something special here, something a little bit different, so that people can actually get the eggs that they need to.
Instead of selling a dozen for $12, $11, we decided to sell loose eggs, you know, like these packets.
Okay.
$2.99 for these 3 eggs. Sometimes the people only have probably $20, $25. If they're spending $12 just in eggs, so it's going to be difficult for them to buy the rest of the stuff, you know, like a bread, butter, oil, all the things that they need to cook.
Are people telling you that they really like?
They buying. They're buying. A lot of people coming and they buy it and they happy because we did that.
All right, Harry, obviously a great journey there. Thanks for bringing us into that world, because now we get to see sort of the macro, what people are feeling. I mean, the Trump White House does seem to be worried about the prices here, right?
Yeah, they absolutely do seem to be worried. And I'll give you a reason why that they're worried. You know, we look at the polling data, Trump's push to drop the the prices of daily goods. I mean, the key number here is 62%. 62% of Americans believe that Trump has not gone far enough to drop the prices of daily goods. And when you're dealing with 80% of people eating eggs at least once a week, I think that is a real part of this sort of phenomenon of the fact that Donald Trump was put in the White House to lower prices, and simply put, when it comes to the thing that Americans deal with most on a daily basis, he has not done so, Omar. This, I think, is a very troubling number for the White House.
And as we go, can you just pull up that number one more time about how many people actually get eggs?
80%.